There are so many moving parts when it comes to buying real estate. And of course, one of those unknown moving parts is actually the contract itself, the contract for sale. In each state and territory, there are different rules, regulations, and laws that govern buying property. Throw on top, there's different titles and lots of different systems around the country. It makes buying property sometimes a little bit scary. To help us crack the code of how to buy property safely and understand contract law, I'm joined by Farbod, Salimi from Sachi Legal. The guys there have been helping people for many years when it comes to buying real estate and contract law. Welcome aboard, Farbod.
Thank you, Sam.
So why should people use a lawyer when it comes to having a look at their contract for sale?
Sam, as you alluded before, contract law and property law is a very complex area. It's important for buyers to be educated and understand what they're purchasing, and that's where a solicitor steps in to be able to give advice on the specific areas of the contract for a purchaser.
Absolutely. I think the legal eagles looking over a contract is so pertinent when it comes to buying property. There are so many hidden traps and pitfalls, and of course lawyers ask for contracts to be changed, which is a big benefit for purchasers. Of course, when you're doing a transaction for someone, you're actually dealing with a lot of people. Could you tell the folks, like, how many people might you be dealing with at any one time?
In a particular property transaction, you could deal between over 10 people, 10 to 12 people potentially. Obviously, we deal with the clients, we deal with the solicitor on the other side, real estate agents, surveyors, potentially engineers, the solicitors for the banks, whether you're purchasing or you're discharging a loan when you're selling, we deal with their solicitors, and obviously property inspectors. We do obviously encourage building, pest, strata reports, so we deal with those inspectors as well in each transaction.
So effectively, you're project managing the sale from essentially the exchange to settlement process, which is a huge, huge job. So what are some of the clauses that you can see as a benefit and very helpful to some buyers when buying real estate?
Some clauses obviously depends whether the purchaser is an investor or not, but in a scenario where acting on behalf of an investor, one clause that I do always try to negotiate into a contract, particularly for off-plan contracts, is the investment of the deposit. And on top of that, the purchaser being entitled to 100% of the interest on the deposit. An off-plan contract can take 2 years, 2.5 years from the time the contract's entered into until settlement, and obviously it's beneficial for the buyer to receive all of that interest. A second clause for an investor can be ensuring that the investor or their agent has access to the property from exchange to settlement to show prospective tenants.
You're actually helping people find solutions that they didn't even know they needed in the first place, which is the mark of a great legal team, the mark of a good lawyer. When it comes to buying real estate, it is about assembling the right people to help you go from A to Z in the process. Farbod, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks, Sam.
For everyone out there, the moral of this story, make sure you get great sound advice before you enter a contract for sale, because you need to make sure that you've had the right person look over your contract to give you the right advice. You've just heard from one of our property experts, but it doesn't stop there. Property investing is a journey, and it's always good to take as much information as you can to apply it to the marketplace. Positive Real Estate's been holding information nights for the last 10 years on property investment. I'd encourage you, register your details so we can help you understand what is actually happening out in the marketplace. Spend an hour and a half of your time at one of our free events, register your details, and I hope to catch up with you soon.